with 4 wins, 1 win coming by way of knockout. Here is Ziyad Almaayouf.
Lads, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break, break clean. Take a step back, throw no punches. Mind your heads in close, and most importantly, lads, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Almaayouf has been a colourful presence during fight week at the workouts here and at the press conference. And now looking to build on his
Round 1.
Unbeaten start to his professional career. This is his 5th professional contest. In those green shorts depicting the colours of the flag of his native Saudi Arabia, but also that green colour also depicting his level of experience. Still so much to learn, but still so keen to be the flag bearer for his country in terms of professional boxing.
It's a nice start, isn't it, from Almaayouf there. Just doubling the jab, he's not rushing his work there, but he's to shorten that distance. He's just doubling and tripling up that left hand. That gets his feet a little bit closer then to let that right hand go with a little bit more purchase than usual.
Yeah, look, it was always baby steps with Almaayouf. You know, very hard to get, you know, the fights as an amateur here, and he's made some real sacrifices, but every fight he seems to have improved, and we're already seeing it here. Like you said, Barry, stepping in behind the shots, doubling up, tripling up the jab with real speed. The hand speed's there. I did write in my notes that he was guilty of bringing the chin high. It seems like he's got that tucked down a little bit, but he's in there with a tough nut.
Yeah, he sort of proved himself in more side on, hasn't he? So
yeah,
he's tucking his chin into his shoulder and having the right hand glove there just to protect the right side of his chin.
Yeah, I like that, really quick hands.
He just dipped the legs, didn't he, before he let the hands go?
Yeah, like you said, Barry, you can see there the side-on defence is a lot better, just taking that left hook from Flores.
Almaayouf lives and trains in the United States under the guidance of Buddy McGirt in the corner here tonight. He says that when he was making his way through the ranks, he idolised the left jab of Buddy McGirt, and it was a dream of his that he finally came to be trained by the former world champion. Also in that corner tonight is Liverpool's Paul Smith.
He's also doing the right thing, Almaayouf, with the tempo of this fight. Someone like Flores, he's a tough cookie to break down. So you've got to keep the tempo high, and that's exactly what the local man's doing. Working really well, good variation, very good start.
I just like the little dip in his legs every now and again. It's like a feint, isn't it? Just makes Flores just readjust a little bit. This gives you a chance then just to take a little slide forward and let his hands go there. Almaayouf.
Wherever you've been, we've been. Wherever you go, we go. Every step, every wall, every climb, we always have your back.
Okay? Where's your mouthpiece? Huh? The other buckle. Hey, do me a favor now. Okay, when you get inside, keep your heads inside.
The Kingdom Arena.
From the outside.
And the ring in a slightly different position to when we were last here for the Day of Reckoning just before Christmas time. The ring tonight pretty much on the centre circle of the football pitch, which long since been laid beneath us and is home to Al Hilal, leading the Saudi Pro League at the moment. You can see all of those matches here on the zone as we move into the second round for Zizou in the green trunks in his 5th professional contest. Buddy McGirt in the corner, asking him to follow up his successes with the left-hand jab by driving the right hand through afterwards.
The brilliant variation, it really is. He's not making many mistakes. The defence has tied it up. I like what he's doing here. Again, keeping the tempo high. The hand speed's been very impressive.
I think when he throws a double and triple jab, Flores clams up, so you've got an opportunity there. Just take a little slide to the right, and then let the right hand go over the left hand lead.
Yeah, you see it again there. Can even bring the uppercut into play once he's taken the step.
Flores, he's waiting, he's tensing up. You know, he knows he's coming. He's getting defensive mode, but to break that defense down, you've got to find the angle.
Impressive work rate here from Almaayouf against a man who, as we heard from the MC, 35 defeats. 5 of those had come inside the distance, but by way of comparison, he's been beaten by Reece Mould, by Royston Barney-Smith, and by Ryan Garner over in the UK. But all of those were on points.
Yeah, look, there's going to be tougher tests. He is a tough nut, but you can only beat him in front of you. But I'm looking at Almaayouf here and thinking, is he improving? And I have to say, this is the best so far. I know it's early, it's only the second round. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, when you're in a fighter like Almaayouf, when you're learning on the job, so everything you do in the gym, you're trying to replicate in the ring, as we all are, but more so for someone like him. Yeah, you're not going to be boxing people who are going to give you a real competitive fight, but it's about the learning process, and I think I agree with that. I think he has improved in every fight, and he's more controlled here. It's a good right hand though there by Flores, but he's more controlled, calm, and he's looking for the target, but letting his hands go, and that's important.
Even before, you know, like you say, it was a little right hand, it was an arm shot from Flores, but even just the know-how from Almaayouf, he's starting to try and ride those shots, slip those shots, whereas before he was taking silly shots where he didn't need to, but now you're starting to see some ring IQ, some ring generalship. Loads more to learn, but he's improving, he's moving in the right direction.
Again,
this is where the tempo's important. You can see Flores, he's taken a couple of good shots from Almaayouf. He's got used to the power, you could say. This is why the tempo, just keep that tempo high.
And the instructions in the corner from Buddy McGirt and from Paul Smith, like an echo, both asking for more work with the left-hand jab.
We love potatoes. So you can love Walkers. Walkers, Britain's most loved crisps.
Did you want one, love?
Then it has to be. You're getting lazy now. Come on, Ziz, don't get lazy. Continue, pick up where you left off. You understand?
You can hear Buddy McGirt as you watch this replay just saying you're being a little bit lazy. I think that sort of echoes what you were saying, Dan, about just keeping that tempo quite high. And Buddy McGirt wants that from him. That's that little glancing right hand there from Flores. I see a little bit of ambition in his work, but I think Almaayouf's just controlling the pace. But I think you're right, the corner are right, just to sustain those attacks now, that tempo. When you get him in the corner of the ropes, don't let him off the hook.
Into the third round then, this one scheduled to go 6. Darren, picking up on what you said about what you'd scribbled down in your notes about occasionally Almaayouf is there to be hit at the end of his own exchanges, tends to, if not lose concentration, then almost admire his own work. I remember Oscar De La Hoya saying there's no need to stand there and take photographs.
Yeah, he still does it on occasions, but not as much as he used to. But that's something he'll have to work on, especially going through the levels in this sport. You know, opponents will suss that out. So he needs to be smart, keep learning the defense. I think always think that's the most important thing. Start with learning your defense. If they can't hit you, they can't win.
As soon as an opponent turns southpaw, For me, I always say, take that, unless they're real tricky, flighty fighters, take that step with the front foot, double up with that right hand every time. I don't think they're defensively as good. So when Flores turned there, Almaayouf should have jumped right on it with that big right hand. He's doing well at Almaayouf here, but I just think he's a little bit in and out in straight lines. I just think just that little step to throw the shot, and then it's going to be a massive turn, just a little quarter step, just to chop that right hand over the top.
I think putting a right hand on the end of that triple jab as well. You've done the hard beat, you've backed your opponent onto the ropes. Now let your big shot go.
And Lopez Flores, typical of somebody with his kind of record, knows how to look after himself, bringing the shoulders round, whether from the orthodox stance or the southpaw stance, and damage limitation.
Yeah, he is very tricky. You know, he sort of takes a couple of rounds just to suss out what Almaayouf or any of his past opponents are doing, and sort of knows how to survive. He knows what their strengths are and their weaknesses. He just manages to take the sting out of the shot. Just there, it took a long left hook from Almaayouf, but he's taking his feet out of range. But again, I like what I'm seeing. You know, this is another learning fight against a crafty opponent for Almaayouf.
Well, he threw the right hand to the body for the change there, Almaayouf, and then continued the combination with the left hook up. So there was a little bit more different look to his attacks. I think that's what he was saying in the corner as well. Like working that body more.
And even with that little straight right hand he threw to the body, then he can work back upstairs. I agree with Buddy McGurk there. Keep working that body, keep the tempo high, keep the body shots flowing, then the head shots will present themselves.
That's a good left hook to the body there, Almaayouf.
Working the body inside.
Well, we'll be back here in the Kingdom Arena in 10 weeks' time when this man takes on Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And he was talking to Addy here earlier this week, saying how bad he performed by his own review against Francis Ngannou. And it will be fascinating to see how Anthony Joshua does against that same opponent here tonight. And we'll be talking to Tyson on our broadcast later on this evening as we continue the build-up on this night of knockout chaos to the main event, and Anthony Joshua against Francis Ngannou, the man who floored Tyson Fury in such sensational style in their meeting here back in October.
Let's go, baby. We can do this shit all night long, okay? Let's go. Seconds out. Stay relaxed.
So a test of a kind for Zizo, Ziyad Almaayouf, just 23 years of age, and this is his 5th professional fight. How can he change the tempo, change the variety to bring himself an inside-the-distance victory? There haven't been too many inflicted on Christian Lopez Flores in his decade in the professional ranks so far. Over the course of the first 3 rounds, we've seen why with his defensive capabilities.
And the thing is, I don't think Almaayouf's a massive puncher here, so it's got to be the intelligence of the shot. That maybe doubling up with that left hook to the body, or just a little change of angle to get a shot that Flores doesn't see, or as Darren's been saying, up the tempo and the work rate and wearing him down that way. But he's boxing okay, actually. It's a good little display.
Yeah, I think in these moments here when he's got Flores backed onto the ropes, a little shimmy shift to either side just to open up more opportunities. But he'll be learning that, you know, guys with that amateur pedigree, bundles of amateur fights behind them, they'll know how to manage fighters like this. But for Almaayouf, he's learning on the job, and he'll be able to look back at this fight and say, should have done this, should have done that. He's got a great team behind him, but I've said this before with Almaayouf, you know, a lot to learn, but a lot to work with.
Flores just sneaking the left hand there through.
Some of the dark arts as well. Flores is pushing him off with the elbow. You have to watch that, Almaayouf, because you can get unfortunate little nicks and cuts around the eyes. Nice little right hand as well. Good work this from Flores.
That's the difference between all the damage there, isn't it? The left hand there from Almaayouf. Just picking up the points for him here. This is where he needs to take that little step. Just open up that body for the left hook, and it just means Flores can't fire back, can't hold, can't turn you.
Slowed down a little bit, Almaayouf. I know he's settled into the contest, obviously keen to look good, but the work rate, he's just waiting a little bit before he mounts an attack. Someone like Flores, he'll welcome that.
And that left hand low, I mean, it clearly for him helps him relax, helps him flow as he lands that right hand over the top. But he is getting
the right hand. It's the right hand.
I have to say, over the top time and again.
It invites trouble, doesn't it, that low left hand? You have to have really good reflexes, natural vision, or got to be really side on, and with that right hand, the left side of your chin.
Start listening a little bit more, yeah? Just jab and move. Jab, simple enough. You've done it.
Open. It's okay, it's okay.
Yeah? You've done it 50 odd times before, yeah? Here. As soon as you just stick behind your it's easy for you, isn't it?
Well, we saw Tyson Fury making his way into the arena. Here's the reason he's getting here so early. His brother Roman in action in our next contest here. Been drifting between the cruiserweight and heavyweight divisions. His other brother Tommy also in the dressing room.
Corners, 10 seconds, corners.
He's been talking here this week also about that damage to the eye inflicted in sparring. That big showdown against
round 5.
Alexander Usyk was scheduled to have taken place in this very ring 3 weeks ago, but now put back to May the 18th. It'll be live again on the Zone pay-per-view. Couple of rounds to go here then in the continuing education of the first ever Saudi Arabian professional boxer, Ziyad Almaayouf.
Yeah, the tempo's dropped a little bit from Almaayouf. I think he put quite a lot into those opening couple of rounds, looking to impress, and Flores has kind of figured him out to a degree, knows how to ride the shots, slip the shots, and there's some damage to the nose of Almaayouf, and I think he's struggling to breathe a little, and I will agree with you, Mike, that lead left hand has invited shots from Flores. I think he's a big fan of the sport. He loves some of the old school fighters that fight that way, and I think he's tried to replicate them, but it needs to be sharp, like you said, Barry. You've got to be switched on, you've got to be razor sharp.
He's a little bit too squared as well, isn't it, to do that? But he's boxing fine. He's trying, to be fair, he's trying a few feints there, trying to draw Flores on. It's not working, but he's having a go. He's trying to try things out.
Sometimes, as you say, Darren and Barry, what works on YouTube doesn't work under the lights.
Yeah, you've got to find your own style. What's natural to you? But if you are going to adopt, another fighter's style, you've got to perfect it.
That's nice. He's just blocking with the right hand, throwing his left hand out there. It's a little bit of work. Good reactions there from Almaayouf.
I like the feint as well. Trying to draw the lead of Flores. Crafty though, I've said it time and time again. So tricky, he's not going to fall for that, but those feints will come in handy later on in his career for sure.
There's a bit of power in that left hook, isn't there, from Flores as well?
He's almost a jab short when he triples that jab up, because he gets Flores exactly where he wants him, and then Flores, he just kind of falls short and allows Flores to exit to his left. He takes one more, even half a step, then throws the right hand. Like I say, you've done the hard work. You've got your opponent where you want him. That's good work, right hand to the body. Left hook upstairs.
Just the jabs, here's pop the jab out, come on.
He's not quite convincing with it. He's trying the feint, but he's sort of stamping down rather than in with the front foot, if that makes any sense.
It's too obvious with the fake. Yeah, it's not subtle, is it?
You've got to slide that front foot, haven't you? You've got to threaten with the front foot. So the thought, the idea is he's just not quite, haven't got it right just yet. And that's why these fights are fun, of course. You fight a guy with no journeyman, we call him, because you get the rounds, you get the experience, you get to try things out that you're working on in that gym.
Because against someone like Flores, that's akin to saying, here it comes.
Yes.
Nice deep breath, let out slow. Let out slow. One more time.
Got it.
Yeah?
Last round, brother, yeah? Feeling okay?
Lopez, last round, touch gloves, yeah?
Last round. Easy
You probably got that round there. Straight shot, yeah, straight shot. Nice, and the back, odd backhand. Yeah? Just boom.
No strong. No problem.
Yeah? Just one boom.
Just stay off the ropes, though. When you get to the ropes, move, stay off the ropes, yeah?
Good?
Okay? Okay.
Yeah. Keep breathing.
Corners, 10 seconds. Corners.
Set then for the sixth and final round. Almaayouf trying to drum up the support of the crowd, but as you saw there, not too many in at the moment. Here early on, the card just came up to 7:30 in the evening local time on a bill that will go deep into the early hours of the morning here in Riyadh.
Another good double jab. Just didn't throw the right hand afterwards, just missing that time, but that's what he needs to do. And let me tell you now, look, Almaayouf will not be the last man that Flores frustrates. He's made a trade out of it, he's made a living out of it, rather. And these are valuable rounds for Almaayouf, but like I said, there's a lot to work with. Hand speed, I've been impressed with. Still needs to tidy up defensively, but I've seen good variation as well. With a jab, up and down, the right hand to the body, work with the body now. A lot to like, a lot to work on.
I was thinking, he's double and trebling the jab and then throwing the right hand, but Flores is turning his body to the right, so the left shoulder's blocking most of it, and he can't get that right hand over the top. What if he double jabs, left hooks? You know what I mean? Even if he doesn't land, he gets Flores to turn his body square to land with that right hand. Don't tell him that.
But you're right though, instead of go looking for the shot,
I want the validation from himself.
Just use the movement of Flores to help you find the openings.
That's
I mean, Flores has done there what I'd like to have seen Almaayouf do a bit more of, to skip round the target.
Right hand up, that's it. Right hand up. Watch the left hook, sis. Watch the left hook, stay low.
Almaayouf beginning to breathe heavily as we go into this final minute of the sixth and final round. This has been a good workout for him and plenty to look back on and to learn from when they re-watch this, him and Buddy McGirt.
And to manage the distance of a fight. You know, he's gone out really, really quickly, and you can see him now, the pace has started to catch up with him a little bit. I know it's only a sixth round, a bit, like we said before, it is a work in progress, the career of Almaayouf, but you do need to manage the rounds, especially against fighters like this.
There's positives to go from it as well. I think he has been busy. He's dictated the pace throughout. He hasn't taken too many. Maybe more than maybe he should have, but not too many. And he's continually trying to find different things out and how it works in the ring. And some things are working, and some things are not.
Like decent fighters over in the UK that we've seen taken the distance by Christian Lopez Flores, Reece Mould, Royston Barney Smith and Ryan Garner, so too this man here, Ziyad Almaayouf, at the age of 23, the first ever professional boxer from the kingdom here in Saudi Arabia, in his 5th professional contest, and talking excitedly during fight week about how he hopes to be remembered as the first of many from here. The Kingdom getting behind the very biggest fights in a number of divisions, principally the heavyweight division right now. But he hopes to create a real surge in interest in the locals here in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, look, we said it at the top. It's all about moving in the right direction, improving with every fight. Certainly in those first 2 rounds, he looked very, very good. I was really impressed with the hand speed, the variation, head, body, landing some big shots. There was better defensive skills shown from Almaayouf, but a lot to work on still. You know, he didn't manage the fight as far as the rounds were so well. The defensively gaps started to appear, but again, a step in the right direction, Barry.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, Kieran McCann, scores this contest 60-54 for your winner from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and still undefeated, Ziyad Almaayouf.
So a workmanlike performance there from Ziyad Almaayouf, but the reaction there tells you how much it means to him to be boxing here in his native Saudi Arabia. His 3rd fight here in the Kingdom, the first time in this arena, as he takes the embrace there in the corner of Paul Smith. Buddy McGirt there just alongside Ziyad Almaayouf, has been working most recently, as far as the Smith family are concerned, with Callum Smith, as they pose for photographs. A proud Saudi, was actually born in New York, was Almaayouf, raised in Egypt, lived there with his mum while his dad was traveling to and fro between there and here in Saudi Arabia on business. Almaayouf now delighted with his night's work. Let's get his thoughts now. He's up there with